Next Friday, NASCAR begins its Duel in the Desert, and everyone is fired up for the ultimate Friday night house party as David Ruderman and A.J. Allmendinger stop by NASCAR trackside next Friday at midnight Eastern, only on Speed.
Mario Goslin in the tire monkey truck. I went down there and took a picture of that truck. That's the coolest looking thing. See that monkey right there behind the 12 carrying some tires? He got the Aaron's lucky dog back on the lead lap, so Mario's got a new lease on his life, at least for this evening.
He's carrying a set of tires.
He's got it all.
Yeah.
And the reason why he was able to get the Aaron's lucky dog is because we're under our first caution. It was for debris on lap 32. And now the field all in line, looking to peek onto pit road. Is it too early?
I think they're coming. I think they're coming.
They've got a little debris right there on the entrance to pit road, so I'm sure that they will make the field go by one more time.
Yeah, the pit road's still closed. So
yeah, they're waving it off.
Phil, they have to pit, right?
Absolutely. And they know they have 3 sets of tires in the pits. They have one on the truck. So, you know, a 150 lap race. I mean, they're pretty close to their window as far as cutting this race into 4 seconds.
And there's no telling how many sets of tires Mario Goslin's got.
He's got a tire monkey.
He's got a tire monkey. He can get them anytime he wants.
Yeah. While we were away in break, Ron Hornaday took over the 2nd position from Matt Crafton.
Looked like Matt
ducked to the inside here.
Matt had started to slide up the hill a little bit. Ron had run him down in 2 or 3 laps. And Phil, as a race car driver, especially running up in the 2nd spot, you see a truck gaining on you 2 or 3 laps in a row and gets right on you. You save both yourselves time by doing what Matt does right here.
Yeah, he just gives him room down here. You see him slide up the racetrack. Ron's going to be able to drive by. Probably did not hurt Matt's lap time, 1/10 of a second, maybe 2 at the most.
They had a big gap between them and Matt Crafton, or excuse me, Timothy Peters, who was back and forth, so it made a lot of sense for them to work together right there.
Crews up on the wall, expecting their teams to come down. Now, when Matt moves out of the way for Ron Hornaday, in the back of his mind, is he thinking, you remember that restart where I punted Ron Hornaday and then I punted Todd Bodine? Is that like, okay, I don't want to do anything to upset this guy because he might still remember that?
No, that was lap 30. About lap 130. I mean, later
then it'll come back.
It'll all start and go right into that other mode, won't it, Phil? They forget all that working together part.
They tighten the belts up a little bit and things change.
All right, the field making their way onto pit road now. We go down to Adam Alexander.
Rick Timothy Peters started 2nd here tonight. He finds himself 4th under our first caution of the evening. He will come down pit road for service. Loose in turns 1 and 2. Snug into turn 3. Track bar adjustment and air pressure. 4 tires and fuel for the 17. This stop at lap 34. Ray?
The Longhorn Chevy was just a little bit aero tight. Hornaday said no changes, though. I really like the way it's hooking on the bottom. At the top of your screen, you see Kyle Busch's Dollar General Toyota. He said no changes, and Eric Phillips says, I'm going to give you about a ½ a pound in the right rear. That should help you a little bit. Kyle had said he was a 1 snug on entry and a 1 loose into the middle. He'll easily be the first guy off pit road. The battle off, we'll see Hornaday getting 2nd, Harvick right with him.
What a great job by Kyle Busch's pit crew.
Yeah, how about Eric Almirola's crew getting him out, gaining 5 spots. There was a 3-wide race coming across the out to pit road, and it looks as though Almirola won that battle for the 3rd spot off pit road. Kyle Busch has been dominant under the lights at Nashville SuperSpeedway. Can anyone get by him? Kevin Harvick's going for 5 wins in a row. He's going to have to get by Busch to get the guitar. Be the biggest racing fan you can be with the Verizon Championship Racing at the track and on your phone. From nationwide IndyCar driver meet and greets to exclusive peeks inside the Penske garage right on your VCAS phone. For your hard card to racing nirvana only from the network for the most 3G coverage, Verizon.
Bill, Brad Keselowski has to go to the back of the pack after his pit stop. Pit crew jumped over to the wall too soon.
Tough break. He came out in 10th position. Now it's going to put him back to about 22nd.
Kyle Busch up front, Ron Hornaday on the outside, double file restart.
Oh, Hornaday missed the shift.
In the air.
Looked like Hornaday missed the shift, and
Kevin Harvick ran right into the back of him.
And it's probably a good thing Kevin Harvick was who was behind him, because anybody else would have been all over the back bumper of Hornaday in order to try to make sure they got a good start, and Harvick was given a little bit of room.
I can't believe you just said what you said. A restart, Hornaday missed a shift. He's the best on restart.
It doesn't happen often, that's for sure. But we need to look at Kevin Harvick's truck now. You know, you're going to damage the front a whole lot more than you're going to damage the rear, and if it closes off his grill, he could have overheating issues.
Try to get a shot of the front of that 2. We're Also hearing that the 7 of Justin Lofton passed before the start-finish line.
That'll be a pass-through penalty. Stacy Compton goes way down to the inside. Going to make it 3 wide on the inside of Austin Dillon. Rick Crawford. Austin very wisely backed out a little early and let Rick Crawford get in the corner ahead of him.
Yeah, the bad news for Austin, there's no break behind him. They're lined up 2 by 2 behind him trying to take spots. This was a great battle.
Riding along with Johnny Sauter. He's able to pull away from that group.
Going to move to the outside of David Starr in the 81 truck, the Zachary Toyota.
Ricky Carmichael in that number 4 Monster Energy drink. Now that is a backup truck because in our final practice earlier today, as we see a little contact there being made.
Oh, he's going to make contact again.
Very close. Ricky Carmichael got into the wall and had to go to his backup truck.
Taylor Malsom's going to make the pass on Jason White in a 23 Gunbroker truck.
See, Rick, these guys don't have the luxury of what Matt Crafton had earlier when he let Hornaday go by. You lose a spot right here, they're lined up behind you to take spot after spot from you. So a lot of aggressive racing here, even though we're early in the race, we're in the mid-pack, and you got to get all you can get.
This is the battle right here for the 15th position.
Inside.
Taylor Malsom in the 56.
Inside.
Riding along with Jason White.
Clear low, clear low.
There's James Busher, the 90 Great Clips truck, going to move it to the inside. Don't make it 3 wide, Ricky, not there.
These guys are making me nervous. They're going 3 wide at Nashville down into the turns. We don't see that often.
Todd Bodines in the 7th spot. Skinner just behind him at 8. Stephen Walsh, Rick Crawford, Stacy Compton, David Starr, all a part of this group.
Eric Almirola restarted this race in the 3rd spot. Great work by his pit crew. Came in 8th, came out 3rd. Now he has drifted back a couple spots to the 5th position.
Ricky Carmichael looking to the inside of that 23, and we see the 33 starting to close the gap a bit on the 18, Ray.
And Ricky likes the way his truck is entering the corner. It's a little bit tight coming off, but Hornaday came on the radio immediately after that restart and said, somebody please go pass along to the boss that I messed that up. I'm sorry. Hope it didn't hurt his truck. Spotter on the top of the roof has had an opportunity to look at the front of the 2. Harvick has been laying back a little bit to make sure they get plenty of air in there, but they said the front of the grill is just fine. Put the hammer back down. Let's go get them.
Okay, guys, let's take a look back at what happened to Ron Hornaday on that restart. I think maybe we can listen to his onboard on that restart and see exactly what happened when he missed that shift. Usually that'll zing that engine too. Listen to this.
That wasn't it. Here we go. Did you hear it?
It hit the rev limiter when he missed it.
Yeah, that's still hard on the engine, Phil, and that's something that Ron will have to be concerned about as you see Harvick driving in the back of him. He's got to be concerned about that the rest of this race. He could have injured something inside that engine.
Yeah, the fire flew out of the exhaust pipes, turned so many RPMs. Let's go back and listen to it one more time.
Hear that? That was the rev limiter. It
Yeah.
kept the engine from going way out of sight, but still, anytime you run it up against that rev limiter, it hurts. It has the potential of hurting the engine.
Detonates that engine. And that's about the time that Kevin Harvick ran into the back of him when that was happening.
Here's 14th and 15th. Taylor Malsom in the 56. Austin Dillon in the 3. Jason White in the 23.
All these trucks racing on the lead lap for position. Ricky Carmichael as well in the Monster Chevrolet.
21 trucks on the lead lap. Mario Goslin in the Tire Monkey number 12. Running in that 21st position.
The 7 of Justin Lofton was on the lead lap, but remember he had that pass-through penalty.
He's currently
jumping on the restart.
He's running along in the lucky dog position. Caution where to fly, it would be Justin that gets his lap back.